Hey everybody, how's it going? In this video I'm going to teach you how to automate the process of looping through an array, right? I'm going to teach you two different methods. Both of them are extremely important and very relevant, and they're going to always be used throughout your programming career. So don't choose one over the other, but learn both of them, okay? So let's start with the easier one, right? Let's say we want to print out each one of those elements inside the array, each one of those names individually. Now what we can do is we can simply loop through that array. So we can say for I in range len office underscore array. Now what's happening here? Well, for starters we have I. Let's call that IDX, short for index, and it takes on all the values between 0 up until the length of the array minus 1, because remember, we don't take the upper bound of the array, we take only the beginning up until the upper bound minus 1. So if we start from 0, which is it normally starts from 0 by default when we put this format, and it ends at the length of the office array, which is 4 minus 1, which is at 3. So if you think about it, it's going to be from 0 all the way until the length of the office, so it's going to be 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So, and we're going to print out the office underscore array, and then we're going to access the corresponding index, so IDX. It's going to take on 0, 1, and 2, and we're going to print them out. So if you look on the right hand side, we see Dwight on a separate line, and Jim on a separate line, and Michael on a separate line, and even Pam on a separate line. We can play around with this, right? We can say something like this. We can say that, let's say I'm going to make a string and call it is awesome. Okay? And I'm going to add the string to the name of the actor or actress, okay? Or the person. And I'm going to print that out. Let's see what happens. So it says here, Dwight is awesome, Jim is awesome, Michael is awesome, Pam's awesome. But as you can see, there is no space here, so we might want to add this space. So let's rerun it again. Okay, Dwight is awesome, Jim is awesome, Michael is awesome, Pam is awesome. So we're looping through every single one of them, and we're doing some sort of operation with every single index, and then finally we're showing our results. This is more or less the format of how you'll access arrays in the future when performing operations on them. So I know I said that this is the easier way, but there is actually an easier way than this. You can simply say for, and then choose an iterator name, and instead of using the indices to loop through them, you can just simply loop through them as values. But again, this is not always helpful. Sometimes this is helpful, sometimes the one before is helpful, so learn both. Don't learn only the easy way, okay? So for name in office underscore array, string equals name plus space is cool this time, okay? And then I'm going to print out the string, okay? So let's just comment this. By the way, if you like to comment things out, the reason why I'm commenting things out so they don't have any effect on our code, I highlight them, and then I right click, and then I go to the bottom and I click comment, which is also the hotkey for that is Control 1. Yeah, so I'll go to the right side and clear my screen, CLS, and then back to my screen. So for Dwight is cool, Jim is cool, Michael is cool, Pam is cool. So as you can see, they both have the same result and the same effect, right? The only difference is that this is awesome and this is cool, right? But the reason why these two ways are important is because that the second reason is sometimes easier to follow along, and it's better for readability, and it's even more intuitive than the first one, right? Because you're going to loop through every single one of them, right? Name, first name is Dwight, and the second name is Jim, and the third name is Michael, and so on and so on and so on, right? But the first one, it's important because sometimes you want to access more than one location at the same time. So you can say that, for example, Dwight is cool and so is Jim. Michael is cool and so is Dwight. So the it's very important, and it's much easier to use indices when you're dealing with more complex problems. But unless you don't need to do so, then you can simply use this part right here. So again, try out these two different ways. I'll put an exercise at the end of the video, and I want you to use both methods of looping through the array, the indices method and the normal iterator method, to loop through the array. Okay? Iterate normally. Okay, and that's it.